Have you been busy during your dream time? Maybe when you wake up in the morning, you couldn't help but think to yourself that you have gone somewhere and have done something during your dream time. And you might not quite remember exactly what you've gone through, but you felt like that you have definitely traveled or had a really vivid experience when you were sleeping. In this video, you would discover the 5 common Dreamtime missions that Starseeds and Lightworkers are experiencing and find out which of these missions you are doing in your very own Dreamtime. For more spiritual and ascension updates, subscribe to my channel for a new video every Wednesday. A few of my clients have been reaching out and asking me about their dreams in the last couple of weeks, and I have been noticing that there is these 5 common dreamtime missions that Starseeds and Lightworkers have been experiencing in their dreams lately. And here is the 5 missions that I want to share with you. Now, before I dive in, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you assign that one mission, that will be all that you do in this lifetime. Each one of us could be doing 2 or more of these missions in one night, or alternate between these missions during the week. So you can absolutely be experiencing more than one of these missions. Now let's dive in and talk a little bit more about them. The first type of mission is grid work. A lot of light workers, I find, that actually travel in their dream time to different energy vortex on Earth and do healing work there. Now, there's really 1,000 different ways that you can do this type of grid work, so it's very hard for me to narrow down exactly how you would experience it. But some of the most common sign is that you feel yourself in a particular area that feels familiar, but is not quite exactly as the Earth that you would know now. Perhaps you might be traveling to a timeline in Atlantis, healing your trauma in that lifetime. Perhaps you are traveling to Mount Shasta to download a certain frequency. So a lot of you guys are doing these grid line work, helping us create and anchor that 5th dimensional grid line on Mother Earth and really anchoring these quantum positive energy in the crystalline matrix. Number 2 are the mediums, and I do this a lot. I've also heard quite a few of my clients do this, is when we are in our dream time, we're being called to help lost souls transition. A lot of times when people hear the word medium, they automatically think of, oh, you're someone that talks to dead people or you see dead people. There's actually quite a few different skills when it comes to being a medium. And so part of these one skill is being a shepherd, being someone that can detect lost spirits or lost souls and helping them transition into the next phase of their journey. And you can do this, of course, consciously. A lot of times, using myself as an example, I would visit places and I would see lost spirits and I would be guiding them and helping them transition through the help of angels or ascended masters. And then we also do this in our dream time as well. So the other night I had a dream where I was in this house, and in this house, I was looking for something, even though my conscious mind couldn't comprehend it. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for a little girl, and I'm just going through the house, and eventually I found this little girl, and I asked her, it's time to move, it's time to transition to the light. And I saw this little girl's face in front of me. She popped up in front of me and then dissolved into the light. And then I woke up shortly after that. So these are some of the experiences that you could be having as a medium during your dream time. Number 3 are the downloaders. So the downloaders are the ones that would connect with the higher realms, connect with the confederation of planets or the higher realm beings, and they will have lessons with these ascended masters or angels during their dreams, and they might not remember all of it. It's planted inside their inherent remembrance, and at the right time will be unlocked and channeled freely because of their lessons with these higher realm beings. Now, a lot of times when your, let's say, high-level spiritual guides or your Pleiadian or Arcturian spirit guides have these meetings with you, if they are service to others, they always go through your higher self first. They always ask your higher self permission to work with you if it's in divine alignment. In some cases, I would ask a certain group to be in contact with me just because I'm a starseed and I feel like part of my mission is to be an ambassador to talk about, yes, these crazy or woohoo stuff, but it's really necessary for us to share this information. And even if people don't believe us right away, at least we have planted a seed in their subconscious. We have planted that seed of awakening, of blossoming. And I feel like that's what a lot of starseeds we're here to do, is to share that information. Number 4 is healing. So having vivid dreams or even nightmares are not necessarily always bad. Sometimes, right, if there are certain emotions that are unable to express or suppress, what then your subconscious do during your dream time is give you a scenario where you are able to explore these emotions or express these emotions freely. So I'll give you an example. I'm human as well. Just because I'm spiritual doesn't mean that I don't feel sad, I don't feel anxious, I don't feel angry. I don't think that's what spirituality really is about for me at this stage anyway. It's really about being authentic to who we are. And so there are times when I would get angry or irritated at something and I wouldn't necessarily say it to the person because I know that it's not the right thing to do at that point. And I also know that it comes from my own shadows, it comes from my own triggers. So I'm the one that has to deal with it rather than, speaking it outwards. Sometimes as a healer, as a teacher, we do have to speak our truth to help catalyze other people and ourselves' journey. But there are times when angry words are not necessarily in service to others, and we must go within to do our inner work. And so during your dream time, your subconscious gives you a safe space for you to express those emotions. So you might have dreams where you're angry and you're like yelling at the people, random people in your dreams. And that's a way for the trapped emotions in your body to release itself. Now, if you're someone that struggles with nightmares a lot, you can watch my other video about how to heal nightmares. Well, one of the easiest way, in short, to release yourself from nightmares is give yourself the time and space to process these emotions, so it doesn't necessarily have to process itself during your dream time. And finally, number 5 is integration. So a lot of times after you've been doing your downloads, grid work, and healing, there are nights when you just need to integrate. So there are nights when you feel like you're just perhaps astral traveling. You feel like you're traveling in the space, you're flying, you are in this beautiful temple or beautiful nebula within, and you're like, what am I doing here? Or sometimes you might see people that you know in your real life, or even seeing past life visions. These could be all signs of integration. So integration is something where you felt like at the end of the dream there is some sense of completion, like, oh, I feel like I just completed a lesson, or oh, I just feel like I have realized something about a situation that happened 2 nights ago. So these are also ways that you're doing your mission in your dream time. And tying into what I said about seeing people that you know, rather in this lifetime or the other lifetime, it could be a telepathic communication that you trying to establish with them. I see this happen a lot as a student myself and as a teacher myself, where there are times I would see my teacher actually speaking to me in my dream time, trying to help me integrate the teachings that I've learned on that day. And my students have also taught me, I do the same thing too. Like if there's one of them that's struggling at the moment, I would somehow in their dream time visit them and try to speak to them, try to help them, try to give them some affirmations and encouragement. So this could all be signs of integrative dream missions. And now that you know about these common missions that Starseeds and Lightworkers do, comment below. Let me know, have you had some of these experiences? And if you would like to have more one-on-one support, I do offer private sessions as well, in person or online. My name is Tiffany. I'm an international spiritual healer and mystic teacher. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Go out there and work your magic. Much love and light.